in order to get myself prepared for the 2x Demonic Beast drop event, going to be jumping in and doing the deer raid. I haven't done the deer raid in a hot minute, but there are so many holy relics I need to grind out, and by the time you guys are watching this video, we are probably hours away from the event actually being live, so give it, what, another maybe 3 hours, the event should be live, and you guys can go ahead, grind all your holy relics. I would say this is probably the only time you should do this, because I mean, it takes 15 of these purple rewards here. What are they called? The river sources, in order to get one holy relic, and there is just so many to get. It is absolutely insane. Combined with that, we also do still need to get the deer card, or myself need to get the deer card. I'm sure there's still plenty of people that have already gotten it. By getting the deer card, you will also be able to get the Skull and Hardy card set, which I definitely do need to work towards. I am someone who doesn't even think about trying to complete the second and third floor. Granted, I probably could go ahead and defeat the second one. I don't know, it's too RNG based. I'm not a big fan, but jumping into the deer here, going to be mixing things up and using a demon team. Haven't done something like this yet, and I can imagine tomorrow's video will be me doing the bird with the actual event in action. But having a quick look at the gears here, I'm not going to go super deep into the percentages on each one, but that's how they look. And then jumping to the artifact, we are going to be using the Demonic Beast card set, but other than that, there's not a crazy amount into it. Let's jump in. I feel like the deer is definitely a lot easier when it comes to the actual strategy behind things. It is pretty much the same thing throughout all 3 of the floors, just with the addition of extra stats and stuff added to the deer. Obviously, getting further in, you're going to lose your HP, all that kind of stuff, and there is a build up of passives as you go on throughout the event. But other than that, because when you compare this to the bird event, there are so many things that change up in every single floor throughout the bird event. In this, you really just have the color spectrum cycle in the phases 2 and 4. Let's see if I can remember how to do this now. So you want to go Zeldris, we'll go Brunhald, and then the ESTAROSSA. Definitely should put these characters in order. That way I can remember just that a little bit easier. But I wonder if that'll be enough to get us a kill, actually. Go for that one there. Surely once the Brunhald passive actually kicks in, the melee can start doing some crazy damage. We will be able to apply darkness in this event. I'm not too sure about the encroach though. I could imagine there will be certain phases where the encroach unfortunately won't work, which is a little bit of a shame, but it's alright. We can still use the melee cards at the beginning of the phases 2 and 4. Certain passives like this one as well are guaranteed on the second floor, but I did hear quite some time ago, I'm not too sure exactly on what the nerf is as to what it does, anything, but it did get nerfed just a little while ago. Once again, not too sure what it is. I do believe it was something to do with the floor 3 though, and the ease and difficulty for all that kind of stuff, but who knows, it may end up affecting us in this run here. Let's see if we can get through the full cycle here, keep up that Brunhald buff. That is one of the most important things. If you guys are trying to beat the deer raid as well, please get yourself a copy of Brunhald. I do believe she is in the Zeldris banner, however, wouldn't necessarily recommend on summoning just due to the fact that the ReZero collab is pretty much all but confirmed to be next week, or in the next incoming update is probably a better way to put that, considering this next week is going to be a dead week with the obvious... We have the deer raid going on, or the double drops, all that kind of stuff, but other than that, it is pretty much going to be a dead week. Let's see here, we have a crazy amount of Zeldris... Oh, not a crazy amount. Let's see if we can just get rid of these here, and we'll chuck out that as well. The Zeldris card should be enough to finish here. Surprises to the block working in this floor as well. 600,000 damage off Zeldris there. Oh my god, that's what all these different things can do. The combination of the card set, the Jormungandr passive, the Zeldris passive. Zeldris also getting really, really low here. I might start off with... Oh, we probably want to end with the Zeldris instead. Yeah, we'll end with the Zeldris here. We could also end with a melee. Might be a good way to go. I wonder if we can one-turn this with the melee card, because it is definitely a really strong card. I was definitely thinking about running a different character, but it's not too often we use the trailer melee. I usually try and steer away from using him, obviously for the fact that he doesn't contribute a lot into half of the turns, all that kind of stuff, or half of the phases, I should probably say. He's really not gonna kill, never mind. But yeah, by all means, for the next incoming and me trying to grind out these holy relics, let me know what you guys think is the fastest and safest team for this. I can imagine a lot of people are going to say Freya is definitely part of it, Jormungandr as well. I can imagine Cusack would be another really, really good character, but who knows, there may be some completely other different team that I'm not aware of. But yeah, let me know, because I do really want to try and grind that out as fast as possible. I've done a video on the channel already where I grinded the bird raid for 10 hours straight. Not a crazy amount of fun. Only reason I did that as well is because I was in isolation at the time. You guys understand what it's like, but yeah, no, definitely don't want to do that ever again. And let's finish this phase off. I might actually start off with the melee ultimate instead, because we won't be able to use that any other time, but going for that there. Probably could have gone for the... Does Jormungandr ultimate heal you? I believe it does. Might actually be able to get the chance to see here. Unless Zeldris kills, actually. I do believe we have our Zeldris 6/6. Yeah, look at that. He gets the crit anyways. The red Zeldris is an extremely fun unit. Also, second time being able to use this Jormungandr skin in a video. I do believe we actually have the onesie skin as well for Jormungandr. I don't know, I'm just not a real big fan of it. I think in this next update as well, or at least the one after that, we should get the kind of onesie costume for, I believe it's Mono gets it, where she's dressed up as a penguin. Pretty cool skin. I definitely prefer that over the Jormungandr one, that's for sure. Jormungandr's got a surprising amount of free skins, which is nice. She's not really a character that needs skins or UR gear necessarily. If you are someone who wants to slap on maybe another character's UR gear set, or even just give her some SSR gear, as long as you have that passive working in the field, you should be just fine. You don't need much else other than that. Let's see here, we'll pretty much be starting off with the same play here, getting rid of that AoE card. If the deer survives, which I can pretty much guarantee he will, I think we'll go with the melee card to start it off. That's the only unfortunate thing. If you don't kill with the Jormungandr passive, applying in that turn, you're going to lose it for the next phase. There's no way we can go through a full cycle of the color wheel there to keep it for the next one, but good amount of cards. We have pretty much 2 of everyone's cards, which is really nice. Yeah, not a crazy amount of difficulty in deer. There is quite a big debate on whether or not the deer is easier than the bird. I don't know, the bird's been out for so long, and Trader Melee and Megelda. Megelda a little less so if you have Megelda. There are still a lot of people that don't have Megelda, and I mean, yeah, look, she's a pretty hard character to get your hands on. She's not in a crazy amount of banners, but Megelda is a really good character. Majority of the people at this point have Trader Melee. He's such a unit that you want to chase, and if you build him up, he will work absolute wonders in the bird. Them two combined can almost solo the event by themselves, chuck them with Kusok, and it's like, I've seen plenty of people do 3 unit runs in that event. It's absurd. Let's see, go for this, you, ESTAROSSA, and we'll finish that off with Zeldris. Can't imagine the melee doing. Oh, actually the melee won't do anything. I completely forgot about the damage cap until we go through the full cycle. That's my bad. Yeah, melee and Megelda work in that so well in that event. I would say you'd probably need UR gear for Megelda though. She can end up taking quite a bit of damage in the bird. Attack defense is definitely what you want to build for her, and melee attack crit will, with the amount of defense he gives himself, all that kind of stuff. Most of these events have damage caps, so you can easily end up hitting that with 2-star cards if you end up getting him buffed up. But yeah, then the Skull and Hardy is just such a huge jump. I could definitely see us getting the, is it Freya, the sister to Freya, I think is what her name is. I could definitely see us getting her and being a perfect candidate to kind of finish off the Skull and Hardy team, because man, although he is made for the event, he just can't do what you need to get done. And man, the card set helps out as well, but you have to be at max ultimate gauge to have the immunity to freeze, and even then, they can still remove your ultimate gauge in those phases, so they could easily just remove your ultimate gauge and then freeze the ally. It's, man, I'm really not a fan. I was hoping that'd get nerfed, and then they, for some reason, went out and nerfed. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Here's me rambling, completely forgetting about deer. Let's skip back to where we were, sorry. Here we go, back at phase 2. Going to think a little bit more about my turns as I do them in this one here, but do we have a... Yeah, no, we have plenty of blue ESTAROSSA cards. Yeah, I was really hoping they'd go ahead and nerf Skull and Hardy, and then for some reason, out of absolutely nowhere, they nerfed the deer at an event that I don't think anyone was asking for nerfs. Maybe upon its release, we were asking for even just changes more so to the event. I know a lot of people didn't like how it worked, but that's for good reason. I mean, put RNG on any of this kind of stuff, although it is PvE, or it is a PvE event, and when you remove that kind of RNG factor, we do have a lot of these events that come around with anniversaries, all that kind of stuff, where you have 3-turn farming teams, because they do the same thing every single time. And although that isn't a bad thing, it's always good to have events like that, as if they've gone ahead and not given me... as if they haven't given me a way to use a Jormungandr card. This is why people don't like this event, by the way. Let's see, I might just have to go ahead and just throw out all my strongest cards. We'll go for that. I'm hoping this kills with the damage reduction you get. Yeah, we're not going to be anywhere near killing. Actually, if melee just goes absolutely insane here, we might be able to get close. Did ESTAROSSA do more than melee then? I was not expecting that, but at least us having the freeze on this turn, the AoE card isn't going to completely one-tap us. We didn't have to have 3 of our 4 members frozen, but there's how to work around that if you guys don't know how to do the deer event. I'm sure at this point most people know how to grind this stuff up. It's just a matter of getting it done. I know, it is definitely the best PvE content we've got in the game. I haven't played a crazy amount of the Labyrinth event, so don't quote me on that one. I still have to grind that out a little bit. I got as far as getting up to the second floor and then died to the final boss. I believe it was Droll was who I died to, so I got to that, and don't get me wrong, it's a really fun event. I still have yet to actually sink a couple hours into it. Definitely like the gist of it though. Any player being able to jump in and get as far as any other person, there's no advantage for playing for a crazy amount of time, is good. I like that they do kind of stuff like that. Let's see. And I guess I'm just kind of waste that one there. By no means will that kill, but as long as we can get all of our ultimates prepared and hold on to some Jormungandr cards, because for some reason we're not playing any of those whatsoever. I probably should have just gone ahead and used the Zeldris card before the melee, giving us that extra buff. We wouldn't have killed regardless, so it's fine. In another phase where I don't think we can apply Encroach. Yeah, that's alright though. Yo, Pog, we got one Jormungandr card, let's go. Yeah, we'll get the Zeldris ultimate before we move on to the next phase. And then that should be this floor done. And then the floor 3 can definitely cause some issues moving into that final phase, but I do believe that's what they removed. It was something to do with the ult removal of the AoE card, and there might have been some other thing about the floor, or the kind of third phase, or the fourth phase I should say, but yeah, definitely would make things a whole lot easier. Being able to get ultimates in that phase, especially if you're using characters with a death effect, you can absolutely tear through that final floor. It makes it a whole lot easier. Even running double death, actually, that might be the best team to go with for Deer. That's what I might run. This passive, however, can still cuck you over. This will go ahead and remove our ultimates, which kind of sucks. Probably the worst passive we can get in all honesty, but oh well. Let's see. I don't believe this one has damage reduction, so we could probably go for something like this. We'll send on the melee cards before we start to use the characters with actual attribute advantages. Man, melee's actually going to get some really good damage out here as well. That'll be able to apply a lot of the darkness. If we could just get some crits on these single target cards, that'd be great. Wow, actually, I honestly reckon if we had full level 3s, we could easily get through it. Full level 3s, 100%. Even level 2s, if we just got nice crits on them, would be easy money. Wow, is that, once again, only the one Jormungandr card. Definitely gonna have to keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. Yeah, if you guys would be interested in me doing more of this PvE content kind of stuff, by all means let me know. I don't do a crazy amount of guides, all that kind of things. I feel like some of the other content creators get on that stuff so goddamn fast. It's absolutely insane how quickly they can get on it, but hey, if you guys want to see it, by all means, even doing stuff like Guild Boss. I'm not a huge advocate for Guild Boss, and I'm not the smartest by no means when it comes to that kind of content, but man, look at ESTAROSSA cook. The fact that the Encroach debuff doesn't come out means we can keep all those darknesses, which, especially if we were to use the Tentacle Blade card, we could get some nice damage out. It's a shame that all these extra rewards don't get doubled as well in the event. It's just the River Sources? Yeah, the River Sources, that's the one. But here we go, onto the third and final floor. Definitely thinking, man, that double death team does sound really good. Freya, Escanor, the Jormungandr, and who was my other final pick? Freya, Escanor... Oh, and Death Pierce, that was the one. I mean, he technically kind of has the death effect in a way with the Abyss coming out at the end of his ultimate. Him also having ult control as well, an amazing candidate if you're looking to do the Bird Raid as well. Let's see, we'll go you, and then... why not? We'll check out the AoE. We'll save the single target card for the next turn, even though we'll easily be able to proc the second part of the melee passive again. We should be fine. I wonder if they'll make any of the ReZero characters good in any of these PvE events as well, or maybe if we could even get a new difficult PvE event for ReZero. I think that'd be really fun. I do really like when they do the world bosses, all that kind of stuff. You know what they did for the Tekken Titan event? We also had one recently, I believe? Oh no, it was for Lemic. I think it was more of a team thing, or like a worldwide thing. Everyone had to contribute points, but I mean, for a lot of people, they just ended up logging in and getting 30 gems from that. Kind of cool. Let's see. Hold on to all of you, and then we can... Yeah, why not? We'll get rid of that one there. Nearly finishing off that floor. Perfect. Get into this final one. We'll see that we'll definitely have to check up on what the Deer passive, or what the Deer nerf was. Best part about this third and final floor as well is none of the passives are bad. They all increase damage, but none of them are to the effect where it makes the event really any much harder. None of them are hard resets. I would say if you're going to reset on any of these passives, this one definitely is not the greatest, but Armor Destruction as well, especially in the Skull and Hardy event. Oh my god. Armor Destruction ends up making you so much weaker, it's crazy. Start off with the ESTAROSSA. move through Zeldris, Jormungand, and then go for that one there. By that point, we should have a couple of the death effects, could do some nice damage. Definitely a fun way to do the deer, 100%. The fact that you can just continuously build up those darkness effects, and I could imagine you would lose them if you end up reviving the deer in the final phase. We'd definitely have to check that one out, but still a good way to keep up the damage. We should be able to finish in this next phase here. I'm surprised to see the Zeldris still being one of the better red demon characters. Granted, look, some of the demon characters are all really old. They ended up releasing them all around the same kind of time frame. And at the same point, none of them were super game breaking. So the only people that could really run them and make them relevant at that time was Wales. But I mean, you looked at some of the Green Monspeed teams, all that kind of stuff when they released, they were just impossible to beat. That should be able to, surely that finishes him off, right? Getting to see what the Tentacle Blade card will do if he ends up surviving to it. Yeah, we'll be able to see as well. What do we reckon, like a 300,000 damage maybe? Something along those lines. Oh yeah, pretty close actually, surprising. Now we can start using all these melee cards again, push our way to the final phase. Man, it sucks. I was really hoping we could just full send all of the ultimates to finish off the video, but oh well. I mean, this will maximize card draw, so we'll go for something like this and we'll finish off with the melee card. I mean, still keeping everyone's ult gauge up will be really good. We can kind of move into the final phase close to the ultimates. I'm really trying to think though, was that the only thing they nerfed about him? Having the AoE card remove ultimate gauge? Because, I mean, there was the very off chance that he didn't do any of the AoE cards and he did 3 single targets, but that is so insanely unlikely. Look at Team Melee go. It is unfortunate. I do really like a lot of Team Melee skins, but I don't think you'll be getting any more. I don't think that'll happen. I'm keen to see what the ESTAROSSA gets as his next skin, because within the next couple updates, I can imagine they'll do that. They've been on a really good pace of releasing Fest characters, and within a month or maybe even 2 months at latest, giving them their max cosmetics, which is really nice. I don't have a crazy amount of Jormungand, so we'll only have one Zeldris card. Okay. I think something like that. Hopefully these 2 cards can, yeah, never mind. We'll be able to finish off there. Okay, perfect. And then, yeah, I still think we have a really good chance. What is the deer revive at again? Is it 30%? I think it's 30%, if I'm not mistaken. That's also the best passive we can get for the deer, the ignite one. We should be fine to go here. Start up with melee, and then, or if we do start up with ESTAROSSA, we could really see if the thing works. I think I'm going to go with that instead. Only one Jormungand card, which can be a little bit scary. Actually, we can't start and finish with Jormungand either. Ugh, this is annoying. Let's go for that there, and we kind of just have to pray we get one of our cards. Oh, I forgot about the damage reduction. Oh well, that's fine. We should be good. We'll at least get one of these cards out, and we can still build up the darkness effect whilst we're at it. Come on, surely you just draw us one Jormungand card this next turn, right? I know most likely one of them is going to be the ultimate, but please? Oh, look at that, perfect. The game actually gives me what I want for once. And watch this be the one time he goes only single target cards. Oh, you watch him only throw out single target cards and me not be able to prove it. Oh my god, this is my kind of luck right here. We don't even know if it's real or not, because, oh man, this game. Now let's see, we'll go red, green, and then surely ESTAROSSA can kill, I pray. If not, we'll kind of just throw out that Zeldris card. The deer has damage cap, doesn't he? This isn't going to get anywhere near killing his. I should have thrown out the level 2 melee card. Yeah, I'm a fool, a buffoon. Oh well, I think we still have a pretty good chance of finishing this off. Please another Jormungand, perfect. It's still really risky. Do we have any buff removal? We do, thank god. And it's the Jormungand card that we got as well. I mean, it's always cool seeing us actually revive the deer. Okay, so the AoE card does still remove ultimates. That is so weird. I wonder what it was that they nerfed then. And let's say green, we'll go blue. I really would have liked a stronger Zeldris card. And then we'll kind of just chuck out the Meliodas single target card. It's all we've really got at this point. Surely with this many darkness effects, ESTAROSSA can just tear apart. Yeah, I don't think the Zeldris is going to do much though. That level 1 card, we really need to start getting different ultimate gauge depletion cards, because that just does not cut it. They've been using that since release basically. Oh, and the deer's just at a slither of HP, and this is going to be the turn where he gets that bull taunt up, and we're pretty much not gonna be able to kill him. Yeah, might have stuffed up. Let's go for this here. We may end up losing everyone, but oh well. Wow, she actually survived that. ESTAROSSA next, can you survive as well? Oh man, the darkness keeping everyone alive with all those extra stats. Zeldris, can you survive? I mean, you type advantage? No, okay, disregard. And then that removes the taunt? I swear that's how it worked. Oh well, we'll rerun back at this final phase, because man, I got so cocked. I should have reset on the melee single target card. That's on me. Surely this time I don't fumble the bag and we can end up getting the dub. Let's see, we'll go 1, 2. Again, I feel like this happened way too many times this video. Only one Jormungandr card. We're gonna throw it out in hopes that we end up getting another one in the next turn. If not, we completely throw it and we're throwing out one Zeldris card, and then God, this, you guys can see why the event's kind of annoying, right? I feel like this, compared to the bird one though, you do definitely get a lot more resets on the deer compared to the bird for this reason entirely. Man, look at ESTAROSSA though. Look at him go. Surely, especially with the merger there, yeah, we kind of had to. Still far too many of the other cards that I don't really want to see. No way is he just spamming single target cards now. I swear that never used to happen. Red. Here we go, our one green card. Blue, and then... Do I move the Zeldris card and just wait for the next turn to start? However, we will need buff removal then. Or I could go out on a limb and throw the melee card. That will get us the ultimate as well, but he's most likely going to end up removing that. Let's see it. That's going to be just shy of killing as well. God damn, man. God damn. Yeah, look at that. He is 100% reviving there. And then we can throw out the melee card. Really didn't get frozen. Lose all these buffs. That's... Oh no, it's corrosion. Sorry, my bad. Man, no buff removal either. Come on, this is... I just want to finish this event, man. Oh no, this is going to be never ending. We lose the ultimates. Okay, that gives us another chance to get the buff removal. Surely, Jormungandr, please come through. Let's give this another shot. And at this point, surely the game can just give me the dub, right? We've gotten so insanely close. Do I have enough confidence in the... Do I have enough confidence in the Zeldris level 2 single target card doing enough damage? Actually, you know what we could do, which could definitely save us? Merging that to a level 3. Unfortunately, it is no ESTAROSSA victory screen, but surely there's enough for him to kill, right? Surely Jorm doesn't do enough damage. Oh no. Oh, this is going to be never ending. This truly is going to be never ending. I was throwing out the Esta card just because I thought it would be done. I actually can't cope anymore. Death. Without the death ultimate, this event becomes so difficult. I didn't realize it'd be this hard. Especially with the combined passive, I could easily restart and go ahead and change the passive, but oh my god, I'm definitely gonna have to do that in hindsight. I can't believe I can't believe I'm ending off the video without having complete the third stage. It is easily doable, but once again, maybe I just don't have the patience to do these demonic beasts anymore. Let's see how many of these holy relics I can get grinded out before the event actually goes away. I do believe we have it for a week, maybe 2 weeks, so we'll just have to wait and see, but that just about does it for today's video. Damn, still really can't believe I'm leaving this one without finishing the floor 3, but I need to get some sleep. Once again, that just about does it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe. It really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.